Hola, Minnesota. Hola, Minnesota.
On spring break 2010, I went down with 7 other people to Tijuana, Mexico. We were staying at an orphanage called La Casa De Esperanza. And what we were doing was basically putting on VBS, and we put on cooking classes, sewing classes, and a computer class for the kids there. Our theme for VBS down in Tijuana was discipleship, and what we were hoping to do with that was to really instill in the kids what it means to be a disciple of Jesus, and that it's not only the initial decision of praying a prayer and surrendering to Christ, but it's a constant following after Christ and a constant listening to His Word and obeying Him. And most of these kids there are not literal orphans. They are students that we would consider here in America as foster kids. And they are mostly from like physically abused or sexually abused or neglected homes.
So when I was down there, the kids were very playful and happy. They were just happy that we could be there to play with them, and the overwhelming joy in their faces, their happiness.
We came down there to serve them, but they served us in so many ways. The children at the orphanage are so little, but they were so enthusiastic and full of life.
We came there to minister to them, and I felt like they ministered to us. They were just so willing to give us everything that they had. And I remember the last night they ran back to their rooms, and anything that they had, they just gave us. They just wanted to give us everything they had, and just reminded me how, as Christians in this life, like, we don't need to hold on to the things of this earth, and because it's all gonna pass away anyway.
Jesus says, don't store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroys and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also.
I never have seen God move as He did in Mexico. It was amazing.
One thing that I felt like He really taught me was the importance of asking.
He taught me really what it means to ask and receive.
The power of prayer is just kind of how He did it for us. And all we had to do was ask, and He provided the way for us.
There were a lot of occasions during the trip when He answered our prayers, and there were difficulties or things that came up, and we just prayed to Him, and He answered right in the middle of our prayer.
And He kept giving us a passage over and over again from Matthew, just saying, ask of me, and I will give to you. And He kept bringing up all these other scriptures that went along with that as well. And so our team just started praying all these prayer requests, and God literally answered every single one of them in crazy and awesome ways. And
He provided for us in so many ways, and just the big things and the little things.
He really instilled in me the power of prayer and what it means to just seek God's face and have Him listen to you and answer you.
Since coming back from the trip, I can't be the same person I used to be. I've seen how big God is and the amazing way He provides for our needs when we seek Him.
So I'll just keep the orphanage and the kids in my heart and in my prayers, and hopefully one day I'll get to go back.
This was my first missions trip, and I couldn't have asked for a better one, a better life-changing experience.
Hi, my name is Jerome Peterson. I had the privilege of leading the trip down to Tijuana, Mexico this year. This is actually my 3rd time going on this trip, and I have to say there is no bigger joy than to hear the kids of the orphanage call your name.
Hola, Barba Roja.
As you drive up, just the fact that they remember you and your many changing styles over all that time really just brings a tear to your eye. God really showed me that I can trust in Him to be my Father and to meet all my needs. The biggest one was to try to find a translator. I tried 4 or 5 people, and nothing worked out. Everything from a disconnected phone to being out of town for the week. But we went anyways and put our trust in Him, that He would provide for us. So we went down to Tijuana, and that Sunday we got to meet this guy.
Hi, my name's Abraham. I'm a translator for my church in Tijuana. It's called Unidad Cristiana. I met with a group of people from Minnesota. We're translating the sermon afterwards we started talking, and it was kind of funny how it happened. Actually, I didn't expect to translate for anyone that Sunday. We talked, and then they told me they were working in an orphanage doing VBS. I didn't have anything to do for the week after that, so I got phone numbers and we started texting each other. Before I knew it, I was down there helping them out.
One thing as the leader I didn't expect was a chance to really get around Tijuana. For the past years, we usually stayed on campus the whole time, getting off the orphanage's property once or twice to go to a movie or to the market. But God blessed us this year and gave us Abe.
I know my way around Tijuana a lot, Mexico. I always go back and forth. I take them to the beach. I take them to different places that I know that tourists don't know about. So it was kind of nice that I could show them around the city. Also showing them around San Diego and all the restaurants and places that tourists don't usually go to. And
he took us to so many different spots that we've never seen before, to the local restaurants to really sample the local culture, which the biggest part of going on one of these trips is to really understand the culture as it is to serve the people. And we've got to go to a local restaurant, go horseback riding and four-wheeling on the beach. We got to go to the marketplace and really dive into the local culture and get to barter. Learning to barter is one of the funnest things, and it's really fun to see how cheap you can actually get things down there. Being a leader on a team of all girls kind of scared me at first, but I gave it to God, and He blessed me with a team that could not have been better. There was no conflict, and we just clicked from the time our meeting started to the end of the trip and leaving the plane. God could not have blessed me with a better way to end my 3 years going down to the orphanage with Crown.
This morning I jumped out of bed, you know I don't wanna be late. Me and my friends were on a mission from God, and I know it's gonna be great. We got lots of Bibles to give away and plenty of bottled water. I got my Spanish to English dictionary, cause we're gonna go south of the border. Mission trip to Mexico, a mission trip to Mexico. We're spreading the word, come on, let's go on a mission trip to Mexico. Yo, Taco Bell may not go over so well, but in Mexico the food is true. You got tacos, enchiladas, and tamales for me, and I got some good news for you. You see, Jesus came to save the earth from sin, and if I may say so, this salvation is totally free, it won't even cost you a peso. Mission trip to Mexico, a mission trip to Mexico. Spreading the word, come on, let's go on a mission trip to Mexico. A mission trip to Mexico, a mission trip to Mexico. Spreading the word, come on, let's go on a mission trip to Mexico. Siesta. Trip to Mexico, a mission trip to Mexico. Spreading the word, come on, let's go on a mission trip to Mexico. Yeah, a mission trip to Mexico, a mission trip to Mexico.